Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your GIS News for Friday, November 3. Government is moving ahead with plans to implement a national health insurance policy. This after retaining the services of consultant firm Sanigest International to look into the feasibility of developing the plan. Cabinet recently approved the 6-month consultancy period with the work to cost to nearly $773,000. Cabinet has also approved other development contracts. A $161.7 million contract has been awarded for the construction of a secure storage facility for the Institute of Forensic Sciences and Legal Medicine. This 5-month agreement was awarded to West Indies Home Contractors Limited. Public and private sector interests operating in and around the port of Kingston will get to use the services of 2 pilot boats worth $3 million. Meanwhile, the Spectrum Management Authority's radio monitoring and direct finding systems will be upgraded and expanded through a $769,752 contract granted to TCI International.
The National Solid Waste Management Authority has been approved for the award of a contract in the sum of $340,744,529.38 for the provision of tools, labor and planting material in order to implement the tourism resort maintenance project for a period of 6 months.
The Information Minister was speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has announced that a number of initiatives are being advanced with the assistance of the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, to improve healthcare delivery. Among the initiatives being advanced is the review of the regional health authorities.
The team is coming in another couple of weeks to make a final presentation of that.
In addition, Minister Tufton says work on a health information system supported by PAHO has just been completed.
And we're now looking at how we can roll that out over time to put the infrastructure in to facilitate more and quicker and timelier delivery of information to guide how decisions are taken.
Dr. Tufton was speaking at the Kingston Public Hospital's recent clinical and scientific conference. Government has given the island's young people an additional platform on which to volunteer while increasing the number of early childhood institutions meeting the 12 standards for certification. On Thursday, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information launched its inaugural volunteer competition calling for project proposals to upgrade basic schools in communities across the island. Applicants are being asked to visit the Early Childhood Commission's website and choose a school from a list of institutions which meet 50% or more of the required certification standard. The group of 3 to 5 young persons will be required to submit an application along with their project proposals in the form of a video no longer than 2 minutes in length. Deadline for submission is November 14. Winning projects will be carried out on November 30 in a day of service with monetary and voluntary assistance from the ministry. Interested persons are being asked to visit any NYS office island-wide or call 754-9816-8.
Go out there, look across the community, choose an early childhood institution, put together your video, get together in a group, send it in, and work as hard as possible. But I would say even if you are not selected in the top 3, what you can find is that you can approach private Jamaica. You can approach the private sector and you can take that project proposal and now try and solicit funding for it because the need is there.
The Director of Elections is now awaiting the reports from the returning officers who have completed final counting of ballots from the October 30 by-elections in 3 constituencies. The returning officers' reports are due within 7 days after completing the final count. The final counts in St. Andrew Southern, St. Andrew Southwestern, and St. Mary Southeastern began on Tuesday, October 31, and concluded on Wednesday, November 1. After receiving the returning officers' results, the Director of Elections will advise the Governor-General and the Clerk to the Houses of Parliament as to the winning candidates. On Monday, the Electoral Office released its preliminary results, which showed the Jamaica Labour Party's Dr. Norman Dunn securing the majority votes in the St. Mary Southeast by-election. The People's National Party's Mark Golding and Angela Brown Burke were declared victors for the St. Andrew South and St. Andrew Southwest constituencies. And finally, The government of Jamaica, through the Foreign Affairs Ministry, has weighed in on recent political developments in Spain. The country is facing a constitutional crisis in the wake of movement by separatist MPs in the Catalonia parliament to declare the region independent of Spanish rule. In a statement yesterday, Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Camina Johnson-Smith affirmed that Jamaica supports a united Spain and does not recognize the Declaration of Independence of Catalonia. The Foreign Affairs Minister says further that Jamaica values greatly the enduring partnership it has maintained with Spain over the many years. It is hoped, she says, that dialogue based on the rule of law will lead to a peaceful, democratic, and constitutional resolution of the crisis. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.